Good and glorious day, everyone. It is Samut with Mama Yoga's Wellness Coaching for All, and I am creating this post from the fabulous, lovely Vibe Studios here in Lawrenceville, New Jersey, where we hold our Learn to Flow classes and offer all kinds of lovely massage and wellness services. So my post today has been inspired by my email bag at mamayogawellness.com. And about a week ago, I posted up my experience in a Pilates class that I had taken. And I discussed during that post, that video, that I couldn't really relate to the way in which the instructor was cueing the class into the poses, right? This is a Pilates class, so it's different than, yoga. The movements and everything are different, right? And so I didn't really get what she was saying, and that kind of led me to think, as a professional in the wellness industry, sometimes, we can use language or cues that don't really help our students get their bodies into the positions that we're suggesting. So I've created a video about it, and from that video I received several emails, people saying they're experiencing the same type of concerns when they take various classes. It wasn't just Pilates. Some talked about fitness, some talked about other yoga classes, some talked about weight training, strength training, but the majority were along the lines of Pilates and yoga classes, right? And so some of the other questions that I got in my email bag, again, several questions came with the same type of query. And the question was, I'm new to yoga. I want to start taking yoga, but I don't feel comfortable, in the classes I've tried. What do you suggest, right? So my suggestion for anyone who wants to begin a yoga practice is to first and foremost, I suggest that you take a gentle or beginner or restorative type of yoga class first. And the reason that I suggest the gentle and restorative yoga classes is to give your mind-body energy an opportunity to, align with the practice of yoga, right? It's not usually gentle and beginner yoga or restorative yoga classes are not focused so much on the exercise aspect of yoga, which I have found through my observation and being, a yogini all of these years, is the dominant practice in most studios and gym yoga classes, is that the focus is on exercise. The focus is on the posture, the asana, the movement, the stretch, the elongation of the body, right? Whereas in a gentle yoga class or a restorative yoga class, the focus is really more internal, and the asana is a partner to your internal alignment, right? And that really is how I learned yoga. And that is how, from a large degree I teach yoga, because it really is about your mind-body energy balance. It's not about, hopping from plank to standing and all of that kind of thing, right? Those are aspects, and there's definitely a place for the more, energetic styles of yoga, right? But if you are new to yoga, I wouldn't suggest that you start right there. So the suggestion is to find a beginner or restorative gentle yoga class. And after several classes, right, I would take, as many as you need. Don't rush it. It's all good. Your body will catch up. Your practice, your capacity to do the yoga exercises will catch up, right? So take your time, take several classes, and after, you get a certain level of comfort and confidence in, performing the asanas, then you might want to try maybe a beginner vinyasa class, or hatha yoga based class, where hatha is just, the breath. It's initiated from the breath. It's really partnered with the breath. That's the hatha yoga. Still using Iyengar style movements, some of the movements that are in vinyasa. We still use those types of movements. It's just more an internal. It's coordinating your breath with the movement is hatha yoga, right? Vinyasa is, flowing from one asana to the other. So you may do a downward dog, then flow from chaturanga or kind of a hover pose into up dog, and then back into downward dog, then a three-legged dog, and lunge forward with one leg, into a standing lunge, right? So the movements in vinyasa are fluid. They're continually moving the body, and it's quite lovely if your body will cooperate with you, right? I'm just going to say that, right? So a beginner vinyasa class can be the next step from taking that gentle or restorative class. Another point that I like to suggest to new people coming to yoga class, it's very important how people begin yoga practice, right? It can make or break your capacity and understanding of this wonderful, great practice that a person can incorporate in their lifestyle. So I like to suggest that if you are new to yoga, that you really begin your yoga movements with mental attunement. That is listening to your body, taking your time, moving very slowly and gently into the asanas, right? There's no rush. What are we rushing for? Ain't nobody getting, no multi-million-dollar contract as a yoga practicer, a renegade weekend yoga practitioner. You with me? Take your time. Go very slowly. Even if the instructor is on to the next move, listen to your body. It's a practice of mindfulness, a practice of tuning in, which is really the real fruit of yoga, is learning to be more mindful. In a world of distraction, like the statistics are now coming that each person every day has 20,000 distractions coming at them every single day. The majority of them are subliminal, right? Like not perceptible. They just coming at you. We're distracted. And it is a wise and strong person who can tune all of that out and begin to be mindful, employ mindfulness and listening and tuning in to their mind, body, and energy. So those are the main things that I would suggest for a new person who wants to begin yoga practice. Start gentle and restorative. Give your mind, body, energy a chance to catch up, right? Then also practice mindfulness while you're in the yoga practice, listening to your body, moving slowly and gently, placing yourself in the particular positions and asanas, right? I hope this was helpful to you. As always, Mama Yoga's my mission at Mama Yoga is to nurture, people into a compassionate way of wellness. All this jerking and jumping and pulling and snatching. I even heard of one yoga teacher talking about sitting on people's backs in positions. We're not doing that. That may be, for their demographic and the way that they like to teach their particular people who come to them. But at Mama Yoga's Wellness, it's about compassion. Because the point is to help you make an impactful change in your life, right? That you can use to further and inform and round out your life, right? So I hope this post is helpful. Hey, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. If you like to keep in touch, go to mamayogaswellness.com and send me your email. We have all kind of workshops and classes all around creating that mind-body energy balance within you. So if you're on my e-list, you know what classes are coming up, what workshops are coming up, and we can stay in touch that way, right? And as I say, you can can like us here on Facebook, like my YouTube. I have a lot of videos, even some yoga practice and breathwork videos on YouTube. I'm on Instagram and Twitter, and let me know what you think. I'd like to hear your comments about this post or any other post that we have put up. In the meantime, be well, and peace and love to you.